I welcome you all back to this particular lecture of research writing. So we have discussed that what are the various communication style in the previous lecture. Now, before writing any of the research work, before writing any of your experimentation that you have performed, it is necessary that you should concentrate even on the part of the reader. It means that if you are reading any particular paper, what are the things that you will concentrate more on? What are the data that will be checked in the particular paper? And what is the importance given to which particular section of your research? So yes, basically your paper will be worthy when you are having all this part, and to write in the best possible way, you should even know that what others expect from your paper. So in simple way, in this lecture, we will discuss that how you can read the papers of others, how the data is collected from the paper of others, and how it is accumulated. So once these concepts are clear, it will help us to write our own paper and the reports with the same views and the strategies that the people adopt while reading your own papers. Okay, so in this lecture, we will discuss that how to read the research papers, how to gather the data from others' paper. Okay, so moving ahead. This is necessary because when you want to write, even you should know that what the people expects from your own research work. So finding what to read, this is what people think, and this is the part of the research methodology. This is being taught to the people that what you should look for. One can read for the books or the journals, magazines, newspapers, government documents can be referred, or the primary sources like the letters or any of the microforms. Online data can be searched. Nowadays, it is a basic trend that everything is being checked using the search engines, maybe either Google, or people check the data through the Wikipedia and so on. So yes, there is a very big role nowadays in the research work to get the information through the online modes and the search engines. Virtual libraries are in practice. One can read the data from the news, from the government websites, from the emails, etc. The information can be gained from the handouts, pamphlets, annual reports. So the moment we have gone through all these part, it should also come to the mind that yes, we can communicate with the others by all these possible modes. You can communicate your research by online way. You can communicate in the help of annual reports. You can communicate by giving the importance of your research in newspaper. You can communicate by writing the books and journals. Yes. Now moving ahead, how to evaluate the resources. That means what are the things that are required while going through the paper. Select the source worth of your attention. First of all, it is important that if you want to conduct any of the experimentation or the work undertaken, you should check the what we say most accurate as well as reliable source, like maybe the government websites from where you want to gain the data. You should be well aware about the primary methods and the secondary methods, and so that you can distinguish between the primary and the secondary resources. You should always read with the open mind. Before reading any of the paper or any of the article, you should not keep the prejudiced mind, because it will keep the hurdle while getting the views of others. Okay, so you should always read with the open mind. You should keep the check on the sign for bias. It means that it is necessary that you should check the name of the author. You should check the orientation of that particular author. Is that particular person connected with any of the political body? Is the work related to any of the supportive team? So because if the person is influenced in any of such category, their writing will also show the influence related to the favor as well as disagreement with the others. So your research paper basically should not be biased in nature. The paper should be very clear and should be based on the facts and the figures. So of course, always check that the research paper is written by whom. Think. You should always think that why you are reading your research paper, what you want to pick up from there, what are the important parts, and will this be the part of your own research process. Okay. So before reading any of the paper, the things that should come to the mind is, do author have any reputation? Now this is not basically related that one should have a very big name and should be very famous. No, but the reputation over here reflects that how authentic their papers are, how many papers they have gone through, and what is the citation for their papers. Does author associate it with anyone? That I have already discussed now, that is the person associated with any of the body, firm, or any particular individual. How other views author presented, how the author has expressed the views of other, is it manipulated, is it changed, or is it with the emotional touch of the author himself. Is the language of the author biased, or either it is a straightforward. So these are the things that you should evaluate while doing the reading from the research work. Now these things are also applied to the work that you are writing. While writing, all these things should be kept in the mind. Now assessing an argument, which means that while going through the particular research paper, you should think what author's central claim is. Finally, out of the paper, what authors want to express. Normally, we say the word, what is the aim of the research paper? How does the author support this claim? So, whatever the hypotheses are set, how the author is supporting its claim, is it based on the facts and the figures? Is it based on the statistic and reliable source or not? Are statistics accurate? From where it is taken? That means the prime source of data collection. Are assumptions questionable? And is author's data true or not? That is called as the validation of the result. So now again, we are on another side. We are trying to think that what others want to gain out of our paper. So these are the things that you should provide in your paper also. You should clearly specify your aim. You should clearly give the supporting facts and the documents related to your claim. Your statistics should be from the accurate side. Your assumptions should not be questionable. It should be based on the theories. Your data should be very true and it can be checked at any of the state. Right? So this is how the assessment and argument can be done. Now the question is that how to read the research work. The things that should be kept in the mind is the context, physical, social, psychological situation in which the communication even occurs. Semantics finding, it means the relation between the words and the meaning we attach to them. Type of words. What are the various types of words? Like there are some of the concrete words, there are abstract words. Concrete words are the words that we can feel and see. Like we can say the word chair. So we can chair, as soon as we see the word chair, we can feel it, we can see it. There are some of the abstract words. Abstract words means which we cannot directly express or see. Like the ideology. So we can say the ideology of say Mahatma Gandhi or any other leader. So we cannot feel it. So these are the abstract words. You should categorize each of the research write-up in the proper concrete words, abstract words, where the context, in which condition it was written, what is the relation between the words and how it is correlated with the concept. So this is how we have discussed the various part that is related to that what are the things that should be written in the research work so that others can gain out of it. Okay, so we will stop over here. Thank you.